How are my brothers and my kings doing today? Hope everybody's doing well. I've been sick a lot and it kept coming back, so I wanted to share with you guys what's been going on and why my content have stalled and not have been coming as frequently as it should. What I thought was the cold or the common cold or the flu was actually toxic black mold. Apparently, I was in an area that had an infestation of black mold. And if you don't know what it is, I'm going to quickly read it to you and then get into today's topic. Toxic black mold can cause serious health complications and even death. If left untreated, exposure and illness from toxic black mold is different than a mold allergy, which, while unfortunate, does not result in the same level of illness. Common symptoms of toxic black mold exposure includes sinus infections, asthma, ear aches, infections, headaches, nausea, diarrhea, skin rash or lesions, acne, body pain, chronic fatigue, vision problems, and more. Advanced mold exposure can cause blindness, brain damage, long-term memory loss, bleeding lungs, cancer, and, as mentioned before, death. So do forgive me if I sound stuffy, if my voice is not clear, and if I do cough sometimes. Do find it in your heart to forgive your brother. But you know I cannot rest. The Red Pill Pharmacy cannot close. And best believe, we get high off of our own products. So with that said, let's get into today's topic. I will do the best I can to still provide you with the most informative content that I can. Let's share this wisdom. Today's topic: 6 mistakes Western men make with foreign women. A brother PayPal'd me, which expedites the video, requesting a video on this subject. Now, I was getting ready to talk about the foreign woman anyway, but since he PayPal'd me, I had to go ahead and expedite the video for him. All the other brothers who have PayPal'd me, thank you very much. And at the same time, your videos are also in the order that the PayPal's was received, so I will have your videos coming out soon. Today's topic, once again, the 6 mistakes Western men make when dealing with foreign women, when interacting with the foreign woman, especially seriously. Now, of course, if you're just down there to have fun, you're overseas just kicking it, relaxing, chilling, it doesn't matter much. But if you're thinking about some kind of a relationship, something serious, well, let's get the knowledge, let's get the wisdom. If you're new to my channel and you don't know what to do, this is what the other brothers are already doing. So go ahead and kick your feet up, grab something to drink. It is time for the men to talk. This is Mr. Lemba, your host and your brother. You are on the MLC. Let's share this wisdom. Mistake number 1: don't lead with your wallet. Now, many would think this particular mistake would be easily avoided. Of course, it is avoidable. You would say if a man is red pill, if a man is traveling abroad, he would know not to lead with his money. Well, that is not exactly true. Many men go abroad and lead with their wallets. They lead with their money. And I seen a brother one time on a video talking about how he got taken advantage of in the Dominican Republic. How the women just want his money. Now, first of all, guys, you have to be red pill before you attempt this foreign woman journey. Even if you're not going for a serious relationship, I highly suggest you take the red pill first. I highly suggest you really learn how to be a red pill man. Be an alpha male, a dominant man. Be a man who is comfortable around women. And to put it in simple terms, learn how to be a man first. You see, money doesn't exactly make women want you. It may make a woman perform a few tricks for you, but you must also understand this is not the best quality of woman. Even women in poor countries will not do anything for money. Now, of course, they will want a man who has money. It makes sense. Because even if he's not rich, it's natural for a woman to want a man who can provide. Now, if you are going around and dumping your cash and asking for sex, only the bad women will flock to you. And I realize many men, when talking about serious relationships, mention the countries with the most whores. Countries like Dominican Republic and Brazil. Now, I'm not knocking those countries. They have beautiful women. However, they have a lot of prostitution. They have a lot of whoredom going around. Men also like to mention Costa Rica, also known for men going down there because of whoredom. Guys, if you're looking for a woman to be a prostitute, and then you go ahead and you get in a serious relationship with her, you're going to get hurt regardless of the society that you are in. Even if you're in America or even if you stay over there with her, she will burn you both physically and emotionally. You cannot pick women who are only doing their jobs. She is now your employee. You are literally exchanging currency for her services. She wants nothing else with you. Hypergamy does exist. It is a coping mechanism. It is an evolutionary mechanism for the female. Women are not master providers. Without a society, a functioning modern society, a woman cannot provide for herself. So naturally she evolved to look for a man to provide for her. But there is a big difference between a woman practicing the natural orders of hypergamy, which is just a man who can provide even if he works at Burger King or any low-paying job, versus a gold digger. Many of you guys are going abroad and dealing with gold diggers. I've seen brothers complaining on YouTube about women in the Dominican Republic who took advantage of them. I've seen men who are on video in Asian countries, not sure which one, getting led by this woman, going around and buying gold. And she's talking about this is her custom. And he's spending thousands and thousands of dollars. And he's saying it's her custom for a man to buy these gold for her in order to get married. Meanwhile, many men in her own country cannot even afford these golds. So how does these men get married? See, these men are not really red pill. And many men are simping for foreign women. See, I can't say that foreign women are better if I'm leading with my money. You see, if a waitress is serving me and bring me exactly what I asked for, and she's very obedient, she is not submissive, she is working. Understand the difference between a worker and someone who is truly, genuinely interested in you. Stop leading with your wallets. Number 2, don't do matriarchal countries or societies. Don't go to countries where they pander to the women, where they always say the woman is always right. Do not go to a society where women are running things like the United States of America. Do not do it. Anywhere where women are running the society and men have to curl up in the fetal position and assume defeat, where men are not allowed to be men, you don't go there seeking foreign women, especially when we're talking about relationships. You're looking for a more serious relationship, right? You're thinking about building something. Maybe you're planning to keep her over there. You don't want to bring her over. Or maybe you're waiting for my video where I teach men how to keep power out of the hands of these women. If you indeed want to try to bring her over, Why would you deal with a woman that comes from a society that gives her the same mindset as the American or Westernized woman? I'll wait. Why would you put yourself in such a risk, in such a deadly situation? Yes, I said deadly. See, relationships with many of these women can seriously cost you your life. In a society where the man is small and the woman is big, she is looking down on him carelessly. He is her action figure. He's a small man. It's a matriarchy. It's the gynocracy. It is gynocentrism. Her mind has been molded since birth to destroy you. Why would you go to that society to seek a woman? That is the second no-no. Following, do not lead with your wallet. You do not want to go to a society where the women are already in the mindset that they are better than you, that they do not need to submit, that it's girl power, and they're more into girl power than they are into building their own household with their men and their children. They don't care how destroyed their children end up, as long as it's girl power. They care that, oh, I am liberated under feminism. I can work 12 hours a day and never see my kids, but yet call myself a mother. You see, it's not because they're single and they don't have a choice. It's not because you don't provide enough. It is not because you don't make enough money. She simply wants to make money for one reason: so that she may have the power to disobey you. That is all. She just wants the power to disobey you, and she believes that power lies in making her own money. That is a woman with a toxic mindset. That is a woman from a matriarchal society. That is a woman you need to stay away from. Abandon those countries at all costs. Abandon those societies at all costs. Do not go to a matriarchal society or gynocentric system to look for a woman. That is the second mistake that Western men make with the foreign woman. Number 3, do not choose Westernized women. Now, this seems redundant, but I'm going to break it down for you guys a bit more. Because you see, all the characteristics I'm mentioning are really Westernized women. But I'm breaking them down in pieces so you can digest, so that you may understand in detail the dangers that you face, even when going abroad. The poison is that we men are attracted to the style, to the behavior of the Westernized woman. Even if she is Hispanic, even if she is white, even if she is French, German, American white, even if she is British or American black, even if she is Asian, it doesn't matter. We are attracted to her style. The way number 3 looks. Number 3, I labeled it for you guys so it'll be a little easier. Number 3 seems like a classy girl. She seems like she's well dressed for the Western world. But if you're going to a patriarchal society, because I just told you guys to avoid the matriarchy, if you're not leading with your wallet, how are you going to interact with number 3? Number 1, she is showing a lot of cleavage. She is not afraid to show what is supposed to be sacred in the mind of the woman. But you see, in the mind of the Westernized woman, they have her so comfortable that she believes in her mind that she is not exposed unless her nipple is showing. She seriously believes unless the little dot, the smallest part of her entire breast, unless that part is showing, she truly believes in her logic she's not showing her breast. She truly believes her breast is not bare. She truly believes she is not exposed. Isn't that something? You see, that is the brainwashing of the Western woman. You don't want that kind of a woman dressed like that in a third world, patriarchy type of country. Dressed like that, you don't want her. She is emboldened in a country like that. What would she do in a country like ours? What would she do in the USA? What would she do in France, in Germany, in England, in Canada? What would she do? Let's take number 4. The ones you guys say in the Caribbean, oh, they're all whores. Well, that's because you went to Carnival. You went looking in dirty water, and you found a lot of stinking, rotten fish. You see, the ones that are gyrating in the carnivals, winding and dancing, those are women in most likely patriarchal countries. In a lot of parts of the Caribbean, men still rule even though the feminist agenda is strong. But guess what? If their fathers cannot control them, they either 1, don't have fathers, or 2, their fathers don't care, and this is not the kind of woman that you need. No man would let his daughter go out there half naked, winding and twisting herself. I don't care what the occasion is. I don't care what the party is. Nails like number 5 is a no-no. That's high maintenance. That's ghetto culture. That is ratchet culture. Can't have it. Hair like number 1, if that is not her normal hair, and her skin color, especially if she's black, is a no-no. Number 2, exposed like that. That fishnet that turns you guys on. I know you are attracted to the Western woman, to the Americanized woman. You like her fashion. You like her style. You like her excessive makeup. You like her tattooed fake eyebrows. You like it. But let me tell you something. It is your demise. You need to learn how to look at a woman's true beauty when her eyebrows are not done, when she is covered. Men need to learn to discover their X-ray visions again. It is not the time to get turned on simply by the chick that looks like your local stripper or porn star. Stay away from Westernized or Americanized women, and you can tell most of them by their styles. Some more wisdom for you. Number 4. The number 4 don't. When you are abroad, my brothers, do not choose women of rich families according to their local standards. That is rich according to their local standards. See, to you, she's not rich. But if she's living way better than everybody in her village, then everybody in her town, and everybody there looks up to her, and everybody there envies her family, if she wants for nothing, if she have maids, butlers, or servants working in her home, that is not the woman for you. If her father is the mayor, that is not the woman for you. See, women that come from rich families have nails like the Westernized woman I just told you about. I don't care if it's a simple French manicure. That is a no-no. You see, I'm not saying she must have dirty nails, but if she's taking care of her own stuff, that is a woman who is used to working on her own, that is used to cooking her own food, not having maids or anything like such. That woman will be more than grateful in the States. That woman will be more than grateful even if you keep her abroad and don't bring her over here. and you treat her well, and you guys live there with the American dollar and your conversion power, when you convert the American currency, of course, she will be more than grateful. You see, once again, the shaming tactics of those women who are here, they are boiling, they are angry, they are saying, well, you're just insecure. Right. See, there was a time we probably would have fell for that. But you know what we're doing now when you say we're insecure? There it goes. Oh, man. That was a good one. Thanks for the laughter. Thank you. Thanks for making us laugh. Shaming language don't work anymore. We know better. And we're getting wiser. And we're getting stronger. Our spines are forged in the fires of the MLC. You see, no matter what culture you go to, Asians, blacks, whites, Hispanics, East Indian, Native Americans, there's always the rich family amongst the poor. And the rich family tend to have Western women style, Western women design and fashion. And many times, these women also follow the mentality of the Western woman. They just don't do it as much in their countries until you bring them abroad. Or maybe they do because there's no real consequence for that woman who is wealthy. I mean, everybody kiss up to her family. What are you going to do to them? Right? People pay homage to these kind of women. So why would you become one of her servants by getting in a relationship with them? You see, many times they're also easier targets because they speak English. Unlike most of the other villagers, a lot of them speak English because, well, their family have money, they have Rosetta Stones, they go to schools that teach them English, and they have private tutors. So they speak your language. Heck, they speak English a lot better than you do. So you fall in love. You think, well, she's not that rich according to what I make. But in her town, it seems like she doesn't need to go fetch her own water. It seems like in her town, excuse me, my brother, I'm sorry, still sick. In her town, people cook for her. Why would you want a woman who is not used to doing her own chores? Once again, sorry about the coughing. I just take a quick break. I'm back. You see, a woman who is not used to doing things on her own, when she gets to the States, no matter how much money you have, no matter how much more money you have than her own family had back home, you're not rich in the States. You can't get her a butler in the States. You can't get her a maid in the States. No one is coming to her house to do her makeup and her manicure and her pedicure. If you could even afford it as often as she wants it and desires it, she has to get up and go there. Maybe you don't have a car and you're in the northern states and she has to get on the subway. Yeah, man. She's not going to be cool with that because back home, less is more. Even though her family make less money than you make, even though you have water coming out of your faucets, somebody fetch her water back home in a bucket. Somebody fetch the ice. Somebody puts it in the cup and somebody serves it to her. You seriously think you're going to make this woman submit? You're going to make her fulfill her woman duties and wifely duties? You think you're going to make her wash clothes? You think you're going to make her cook you something? What she's going to do is watch Oprah. What she's going to do is get on Facebook. What she's going to do is ignore you. What she's going to do is cut off sex. just so you can find out that she was sleeping all the time you were at work with the sweaty landscaping man. I mean, he didn't even shower yet. You came home one day and there was a strand of grass on your pillow. And you're like, what's the grass doing here? And she goes, I don't know. We must have tracked it in somehow. Yeah, man. You're getting leftovers from the grass man. Yeah, because she will not appreciate you. Do not deal with women from rich families, spoiled women. Even though it is rich according to local standards where she is from, that is a no-no when dealing and looking for a foreign woman for a serious relationship. Number 5. The number 5 don't when dealing with foreign women. The number 5 mistake that Western men make when dealing with foreign women is that they deal with city girls. Please, my brothers, hear it from me. Get this wisdom. Do not choose city girls. Now, stay focused. The pictures above may quickly grasp your attention, but please stay focused. You see, city girls are usually very westernized. They're very much like the westernized or the Americanized woman. When you go to a foreign country, if you're seeking for a woman for a serious relationship, make sure that you go to a rural area, a countryside, not the capital, not the major cities, and not someone who visits the capital and vacations back to her family in the countryside. I'm talking about someone who is raised in the countryside. You see, city girls are very materialistic. City girls dress very provocatively. They leave nothing to your imagination, right? They do not allow a man to have his X-ray visions. Not that many of us even know how to use it anymore because we've been so desensitized. We see naked women all the time. Sometimes so naked, we're even grossed out. Women who shouldn't be naked. Women who are grotesquely obese. Women with hamburger meat. Her thighs look like a brain. You've seen them. You know what I'm talking about. The butt cheek that's hanging out, it's so black it looked like she crawled on it. It looked like kneecaps. You know what I'm talking about. But let's keep it moving. Let's take number 1 for an example as a city girl that you meet at the beach. Number 1 is looking right. Number 1 got a mighty fine pizza slice. Every straight man in here knows exactly what I'm talking about. She got a real nice pizza slice. And I'm not talking about no thin crust. This is deep dish. You know what I'm talking about. All meat lovers. You know what kind of toppings I'm talking about. But anyway, you see, that would get your attention. She's looking cute. What a smile. And she most likely behaves slightly better because she is from a foreign country. See, the men there usually don't tolerate much disrespect. So these women are raised to be more respectful. They are in a patriarchy. They are in a third world, but she's at the beach. But you see, in a third world, in a patriarchy where men rule, women dress conservatively even at the beach. They would wear something more like shorts and a t-shirt. But you see, what she's wearing there, no father who keep an eye on his daughter would want something like this. This is not a woman you want for yourself. This is not a woman who is shy of being exposed. See, I've dealt with women in foreign countries and I've seen more conservative ones. They would go to the beach in shorts. And I'm not even talking about something where their buttocks are hanging out. Even that is covered. Beware of these little details. The one who likes to go out with you and pose for pictures like number 2. Provocative pictures. The one dressed like number 3, where you just want to pin her face against that wall, and you know what I'm talking about. You know what happens next. That is not the kind of woman you want. A woman that brings that kind of a reaction out of you, like number 3, and exactly what every man in here is thinking about doing to that mini skirt. Woo! You don't want that kind of woman. You see, we are attracted to the city girl because she reminds us of the westernized woman. The city girl loves to spend money. Even if she cannot afford it in the third world country, she's used to watching Sex in the City. Because the city, of course, have more electricity. The city have more of a Western influence. The city has the UN's feminist agenda being pushed, where they call it women's rights abroad, but it's not really women's rights. It's women's defiance movement. It's called destruction of the family movement. It is called your children will be raised in a broken home movement. It is called that your daughters will be exposed to a lot of men early because they lack a father movement. It is called that your sons will be feminized, that women will not be able to stand them. After women are done walking on them, women shall discard them because they're so weak. Women lose attraction for them because you are not in the home, because the home is lacking father. That is the kind of movement that they're pushing in those countries. It is not truly women liberation movement. Now, all of us men, none of us here would agree that women should be abused, that women should be harmed. We would not agree to this. But you see, this is not what feminism is. Feminism is misandry. It is the hatred for men. It is the absolute trying to destroy and obliterate men. It has nothing to do with equality. For in order to be equal, everything about one must be equal. 2 is equal to 2 because 2 is freaking 2. 2 does not equal to 4 because 2 is not 4. And the male and the female is not the same. Our brains are not wired the same. Our physical strengths are not the same. Our wants, our needs are not the same. Our biology are not the same. We did not evolve the same. By nature, we cannot be equals. They don't seek equality. See, I'm fine with women not being abused. I support that. I don't like to see women abused. Why would I? But I like to see women behave. I like to see women behave accordingly. And women nature is not to behave. It is to seek a man that can make her behave. It is like a ficus. A ficus is ugly, it's wild, it grows out of proportion. The roots goes under your home and they crack your walls. The tree branches tower over the house and they cause leaks in your roof. But if you prune a ficus, it's beautiful. You can make animal shapes of it, like Disney cartoon shapes, like Michael Jackson's Neverland Ranch. See, the woman is the same. Without the male's nature to be fully capable and fully let loose to actually prune her, she becomes a wild beast. She becomes destructive. And city girls are just like that. They are exposed to too many negative things. They love to blow cash. So the minute they get to the US, the minute you deal with them even over there, they will run you to the ground. What you need is the countryside. Number 6, the final mistake and the final don't that Western men should not do when dealing with foreign women is to behave like proper treatment is new to you. The only thing foreign should be the country, the food, the music, and the women. Proper treatment should not be foreign to you. You need to learn how to accept proper treatment. When a foreign woman cooks for you, instead of cheesing like an idiot, saying thank you and bowing your head as if she was your sensei, as if you were just a beginner in a dojo practicing martial arts, bowing and kissing the ground, look at her, grab the food, sit silently, look at the food, taste it, shake your head, make your eyebrows look impressed, tell her this is good, Finish eating it. Lean over, give her a kiss. Pull her into you. And just hold her as you guys chat away. Stop losing your mind as if this is not something you're used to, even though most of you are not used to it. If she washes your clothes, if she irons your clothes, stop losing your mind and please stop telling women that women over there don't do it for you. Now, she may ask you, she may run a ish test on you. Yes, foreign women test men too. She may say, I hear American girls don't do things like this. Tell her, well, it is a saying that American women don't cater. But let me be very honest to you. I have never met an American woman that hasn't catered to me. Even if that's not true. I usually don't suggest lying to women, but this is one of those where you need to look strong. You see, if she suspects that you are a one of a kind, the guys that even the American woman submits to, she will be more than happy to submit to you. Many of you guys ruin the woman because, like the ficus, she extends her branch and she tries to overreach. And she tries to grow wild because that's her nature. And as the man, you fail to grab the tamer of nature, which is man. God gave man the power to tame nature. You forget to grab your metaphorical chainsaw and trim her back into place. As a result, you end up with a wild beast that you cannot control. Like the ficus that's supposed to go around your home nicely trimmed, decorating your yard, it becomes a wild tree with the roots going under your home, literally cracking the walls to your house, making your habitation unsafe to live in. Kind of like the women destroy your home when you try to build with them. She will grow her branch so far above the roof that when her leaves fall and the rain soaks them up, that it causes a leak in your roof. Kind of like the woman who is not checked, destroy the household. In the same way, she shall destroy you. Stop acting like it's new. Act as if it belongs to you, as if you deserve it, because you do. Don't hold the posture of the guy you see in that picture. Sit back. Remember my voice. Kick your feet up and make her grab you something cold to drink, like the king that you are. Do not be ashamed of getting treated properly. Do not be shy. When she says, let me do laundry, let her do it. Stop going, oh, I can help you out. Now, if you want one day, yeah, do it. But stop letting her think it's 50-50. If she cooks, let her cook. If you come home and she forgot to fix your plate and she was sleeping and she wakes up, oh, baby, I'm sorry, I fell asleep. I forgot to put your food in the plate for you. Let me go fix it. Women do that for things like that for me. Don't be the guy that goes, no, baby, you can go back to sleep. Don't worry about it. I'll just get it myself. Don't do that. Let her do it. I know it sounds mean, but it turns women on. That is experience, my brothers. That is knowledge, my brothers. That is wisdom, my brothers. I am sharing it with you. Please grab onto it. Be the king that you are. Stop behaving as if proper treatment is foreign to you. Accept it and receive it like a boss. If you're not dominant, she can't be submissive. No one is submissive to someone else who is submissive. No one submits to the submissive. People submit to the dominant. Be dominant, she'll be submissive. Be submissive, and she'll be dominant. Be like the foreign man, and she'll be like the foreign woman. Be like the American man, and she'll be like the American woman. Be like the Western man, and she'll be like the Western woman. Be weak, she'll be strong. Be strong, and she'll be soft for you. If you are the rigid penis, she shall be the soft, welcoming, yielding, giving way vagina. Be the vagina, and she shall be the Richard. And you don't want a Richard. This is the bonus section. My preferences. When I travel, my preferences of women are usually from third world countries, rural areas, countryside areas, not city girls. I like women who are intrigued by my intellect. Now, every woman indeed wants to know if a man can provide. It is in their nature. You should see my proper breakdown on my video called Hypergamy, where I make a proper breakdown of hypergamy and I talk about the evolution of the woman and how she is brought up to be hypergamous. Now, hypergamy does not always mean gold digging. Gold digging is when her nature, which is hypergamy, goes into something that is immoral and wicked. Hypergamy also doesn't necessarily mean monkey branching. Monkey branching is when morals are gone. Hypergamy is for her to seek someone who is better than her. With morals, she is supposed to be satisfied with such person. Without morals, you get monkey branching. Without morals and guidance from a man, family, religion, and her culture, which America lacks all of that, right? Which the West lacks all of that. What you find is monkey branching. What you find is gold digging, which is perversion, which is an abomination. See, I like my women from patriarchal countries, countryside. If you look at the woman with the bigger picture all the way to your far right, she has very natural hair. Her makeup is very basic. Though she is showing a lot of her upper top areas in that clothing, you can tell that clothing is very local. It's very basic. It is not a rich wear. Now, she may be a model, however, she's taking a very natural look for that pose. And that is what I am attracted to. Very natural looking women when you kind of can see a little bit of sideburns. Not a beard, but a little bit of sideburns. Very natural hair. You can see the natural hair texture in there. She could be Asian, she could be white, she could be black, she could be East Indian. I don't care. The point is, I like my women very natural. If you look at the girl all the way in the bottom, which seems to be knitting, her clothing, her fashion, her environment is very basic. It is very natural. This is a woman who's been trained to please her husband by both family, religion, culture, her entire environment. She's not just gonna flip on you. A lot of these women flip on you the minute they come over here because you're attracted to Westernized women. You're attracted to Americanized women. You're picking women who you led with your wallet. All right? You're picking city girls. Guys, you're giving yourself a 100% failure chance. You can't do that. All right? If you look at the one all the way up top with the Israeli flag and her head covered, she is religious. Many of them are found in places of Africa, like Ethiopia or Zimbabwe. Zimbabwe also covers some of the black Jews. We call them the Israelites, the true children of Israel. Part of them is from the Lemba tribe. The Lemba tribe, where I got the name Mr. Lemba. Where some of the women speak and they believe if your husband call you, they are to run to the husband because he is an important figure and he cares about her. So if he calls her, it must be important. And it is rude to walk to him. She is to run to him because he cares about her. You see, that is the kind of women that I like. But if you go to the capital of Zimbabwe, the capital of Ghana, South Africa, I'm sure things are very westernized. And you guys are picking the long nails, the booty shorts, the women who are naked on the beach, the women who are wearing the mini skirts, no panties, taking provocative poses for pictures. Those are not the women you want. If you guys just heard a little gap or space, I'm not sure if it's recorded in the video or not. I had to take a quick break again. I had a coughing episode. The seemed to was trying to induce some kind of vomiting, but I didn't get that far, so I'm still good. I'm currently at the doctor. I'm left in the room by myself, so I'm still gotta make content for my brothers, man. You guys need the wisdom and the information, so I'm gonna share. You guys know it's all about you. It's all about us, man. It's the brotherhood. We're not gonna stop. I got 5 pictures up, and number 1 is more like a actual photo shoot. The rest of them are more natural. Look at number 5. You see how the women are washing clothes by hand? This is the type of village I would choose a woman from, especially if I'm thinking about bringing her over. I don't want anybody with washing machines. Now, when she comes here, she'll have a washing machine. She'll have a dishwasher. But she's going to learn to appreciate it. See, a lot of you guys are picking these city girls. I told you guys that before. These are my preferences. I'm still on my preference, right? You see number 4. You see what she's doing there in the river. You see number 3. Number 2, how she's carrying that box. Most likely she's getting goods and aid from most likely UN or some government, which most likely donated that box. It seems like a government donated box, unless it's being reused. I'm not sure. Now, number 2 is wearing a miniskirt, but you can tell these are like donated clothing. This is something she's getting because she's using, because that's all she probably has. A woman like that, when you speak to them, they usually tell you, I'm looking for a guy who doesn't want to use me and leave me here. Many of them are saving their virginities. I've met countless amount of women in third world countries who are virgins. Some of them are 30 years old and virgins, and the only reason they're waiting is because the men who have more to offer are married, and if they're practicing monogamy, the guys cannot take 2 wives, right? And these women see the other guys as losers, so they're waiting it out because they don't want to lose their virtue and become without value. See, unlike the Western woman, unlike the Americanized woman, they don't believe that even though they had sex with 1 billion men, that they're still eligible for marriage. They wait. These are the kind of women that brothers need to go out there and look for when you're traveling abroad. These are my preferences. See, a lot of you guys are going, man, she got that dusty sandal, her feet is all ashy, you know, look how she's just sitting there, they don't have any makeup on, look at the Asian women, look how they're dressed. See, these women are sometimes even literate. It's not like they can't read or they're just a bunch of imbeciles like the Western woman would have you think, because they're trying to shame us into choosing their out of control selves, right? These women sometimes are literate. It's just that their country's economies does not offer jobs or much for them. And they're there. Once this chick showers and put on some lotion and, you know, does a basic manicure or pedicure, she's gorgeous already without that. But many of you guys can't see that because you're so attracted to the fake eyelashes that look like hurricane shutters. Guys, learn to find a woman's beauty, her natural, organic beauty, not that GMO beauty that we have here in the States. Those are my preferences. Quick announcement as I wrap this up. For all of you guys who subscribe, please do subscribe to my backup channel also. I will not be providing videos in my backup channel unless this channel goes down. YouTube has been bugging again. Now, I am one of the brothers who I'm very well mannered. I'm mild spoken. So for the most part, I am okay. But they have tried to age restrict a lot of my videos. And I do make my videos clean because 1, that's who I am. And 2, I want to respect you guys as men. Right? 3, I want you guys to be able to watch this with your sons, even if they were 14. Because it's not full of profane language and things that are derogatory. But yet YouTube still find issues with that at times. For those of you who've been asking if I have a PayPal, yes I do. The link to my PayPal will also be pinned to the top of the comment section. Alright. As I was saying regarding my backup channel, I think I lost my train of thought regarding that. It's only there to let you guys know just in case this channel goes down, so you know where to find me. So please subscribe to my backup channel. I will not be bombarding you with videos from 2 different channels. Like the video, share the video. If you want to PayPal me, of course that is available. You can reach me and reach me a lot quicker at my PayPal. If you drop a memo or video request, it will also be prioritized, right? It will be prioritized and I will try to get it out as soon as possible. The other way you can reach me is at my email, lembaofyah@gmail.com. However, I receive sometimes 50 or more emails from you guys a day. So sometimes they get thrown to the second or third page and I never get around to it. Just send it again. If I never get to it and you have an urgency, send it via PayPal. No matter how small it is, I do appreciate it because you trade your time to make money. And people say time is money. I believe time is your existence, is the duration of your existence on the planet. So when you spend your money on me, you're spending your existence on me. And I appreciate that and I will honor that as soon as possible. All right. I have 80 brothers that I counted who requested special videos that I cannot produce on YouTube because of their community guidelines. They will take down the channels. But these brothers told me after I explained to them why I can't make those videos, and no, it's nothing profane. It's just politically incorrect. It's heavily politically incorrect, right? And I want to discuss those subjects, but I don't for a reason. They suggested that I make a Patreon. It was never my intention to do so, but I am going to entertain the idea. If more of you guys would like for me to make more in-depth content, catering to you a lot more, responding to you a lot quicker, and you are willing to go with Patreon, email me. So far I have 80 people saying that they want me to make a Patreon. Of course, that does not mean they would actually become Patreons, but if that's the case, I would try it anyway and make it as affordable as possible to where you don't even feel it. Let me know and I will give you more information on that, and I will make sure I step up my content even more for more details, including more details, more information, and things that are more helpful. And I'm going to keep providing you with red pill, balanced content. Until next time, I'm going to keep working on my health. Stay strong. And one more thing, for you brothers who are saying you're not black when you email me, I don't care what race you are. When I say brother, it means every man. Regardless of your race, I don't care. When I made this channel, I did make it because I had black men in mind. But many men in the very beginning said they liked my content. I'm not black, can I participate? And I said, absolutely. I don't care what race you are. You're all my brothers. I just wanted to make something special for black men since we're lacking a lot. So, I made it for that. So I explained that in my first warning page and, of course, in my about page. But everyone is welcome. I'm going to keep working on my health. I'm going to keep getting rid of these toxins. I'm getting better. I'll be out of the hospital soon. Thank you. Until next time, it's your boy, Mr. Lemba. Much love, stay red pill, and stay strong. Peace.